Hey there, vape fans. Grant with Not Baker Vapor here. We have another product spotlight for you today. We're going to be looking at the Innokin VTR Starter Kit, found on our website, mountbakervapor.com. So your VTR Starter Kit is going to come in a pretty sweet little box here. It's a hard plastic and aluminum box with a nice little latch on the front. Keep it closed. And the first thing you'll notice is a pretty nice instruction manual here. This is going to have directions in several languages. And then you've got your VTR. So what you've got here is the unit itself, the VTR. It's also going to come with an extension tube, and I will show you what that is going to do here in a minute. And you're also going to get an iClear 30S as well. So a couple other things to note. Even though this is a starter kit, it is not going to come complete with everything that you need to vape. There are two other things that you're going to need, as well as juice. The first thing is going to be an 18650 battery. Any brand will do. It just needs to be an 18650 rechargeable. And you're also going to need either the Nitecore IntelliCharger D2 or D4 chargers so that you can charge the 18650 battery. Right? There's no integrated charging system with the VTR. You have to use the 18650 as well as the 18650 chargers. So the first thing we're going to want to do when we get our VTR out of the box is flip it over to install the battery. And you can see on the bottom of the mod you have a circular hatch here with a little button. You just pull that to the side and the hatch will swing open just like that. You're going to take your battery, put the positive side up. You're going to go ahead and put that right into the mod and then close the hatch. Immediately your VTR is going to show some numbers on there, but it's not going to be fully on. So to turn the mod on, we need to flip it over to the side where the fire button is. And we're just going to click that 3 times. And you can see down here the light went from red to yellow to green. That's letting us know it's on. It'll also read on this little screen when it turns on, so you'll know that it's on. The VTR is going to be a variable voltage, variable wattage mod. Your voltage range is going to be 3 to 6. And your wattage range is going to be 3 to 15. And the mod has a stainless steel type finish, and it's pretty heavy, so it's quite durable. It's kind of a fingerprint magnet, but it does look really nice if you keep it shined up. Nothing's going to fall apart. It's a very well-made device. The VTR will come in either a stainless steel type finish, but it also has a green jungle finish, which is a green powder coating that goes on the outside, and it looks pretty nice. To use the variable wattage or variable voltage functions, you're going to push this button on the top here 1 time. And that first number that's coming up is kind of hard to see on my camera, but the first number that says A and then a number, that's your resistance. So whatever resistance coil you have in here. If you don't do anything with that button, it's going to just turn itself off and you'll have to click the button again. So that second number that you see, that's our power setting. So right now it's in wattage. And I can turn it all the way up to 15, but it won't go any higher than that. And then I can turn it all the way back down to 3 if I wanted. To operate it in volts, you're just going to hit that button 1 more time, and now it's in voltage mode, and you can adjust it according to how you want to vape. So the VTR is kind of unique in the sense that the tank is kind of recessed, and the iClear 30S that comes with this mod will fit right down in there perfectly. It was specially designed for this mod. So we can pull the tank out just by unscrewing it, and it's going to come right out of there. Now, if you wanted to use an Ego or a tank that may not fit down in here, that's why this is included, this little extra extender coil, and you can throw that down in there and thread it in like it was a tank. And it gives you basically a 510 and Ego connection on the top. So any tanks that won't fit in here, you can put it on top, just like this. So again, all this is doing is extending the 510 connection out here so that you can use tanks that may not fit. Just real briefly, we'll go over the tank that comes with it. We do have an iClear 30S video, so if you'd like to know more about the iClear 30S, you can check that out. But for now, we'll just go ahead and I'll show you how to fill it. So to fill this tank, you just unscrew the top. And then without getting any juice in that center, in the hole in the center there, you're just going to want to fill up around so that the juice surrounds the coil. And then once you've filled, you'll want to let this tank sit for 2 to 5 minutes. Just make sure that the juice wicks up to the coil and that you don't get any dry hits. This little guy is going to hold 3 milliliters, so you can fit quite a bit of juice in there. But once you have it filled up, you can take the top and just screw that back onto the tank. And then you can take your VTR and put the tank back in the VTR. And then you can click the button 3 times and vape. To turn the device off, it's the same 3 clicks, so you just click that same button 3 times, and it's going to flash at you, letting you know that the mod is off. It also won't fire at that point. Another thing too is the VTR is going to fire on atomizers down to 1 ohm. That's what it's rated for. There have been people that have been able to manage to get these to fire lower, but I wouldn't recommend putting anything lower than 1 ohm on the VTR. Just go with the manufacturer's recommendations, and that's always the safest way to go. And that's going to wrap it up for us today with the VTR. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please like or subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions or comments regarding the VTR itself, you can go ahead and feel free to leave those down in the comments section below. And until next time, breathe strong.